That's incredible. Wow.
You could tell I don't like that one, but I love that one.
Wow.
And they're in the exact same industry.
That's insane. I feel like this is really fascinating because it could also simplify their operations too. That will change your operational systems.
And they're in the exact same industry.
That that
I know it's mind blowing, right? But nobody ever thinks
Oh
about
my
it.
gosh, this is incredible.
Most businesses are sitting on a gold mine of growth. They just don't know how to unlock it. And you can easily 3x or 5x your growth simply by changing your elevator pitch so that there's zero confusion about the value you bring to your customer. All of which starts with brand strategy and positioning. What you're about to watch is a clip from a live coaching session where I help a young founder finally connect the dots, and you can literally see the moment it clicks. His whole business changes right before his eyes in real time. This is the power of brand clarity, and it'll work for your business too. Come on, let's dive in. You didn't answer the question that I needed answered, which is what I do is this. I help businesses find funding so that they can scale. Okay, now had you said that per se, then I would know very clearly that the intent of the group of people that you have is about saying, listen, some companies are too small for banks, let's say, so the enemy becomes the bank. And what we do is we say, we help provide funding resources to businesses that need the money to grow, but can't get the attention of the banks just yet. You've identified a pain point, you've identified a problem, you've identified a solution, and now people know exactly what your value is. Now they get the choice of saying either I'm interested or I'm not interested. That's what branding does. Branding says that there are groups of people out there for each unique circumstance. When we position the language around the desire or the need of a particular focus group, we become super, super relevant to them. Now, let's say, for example, that you're having that very problem that I just discussed. Thank God you called. I've talked to every damn bank. Is that a warm lead, a hot lead, an ultra hot lead? Like that guy's going to convert in a minute. Conversely, the guy's like, we're trying to find tax deferment structures. Like we have money rolling out of our ears. Now, in 10 seconds, 20 seconds, you've said exactly what it is that you provide to the world. The person on the other end of the phone either says, yes, that's of interest to me, or no, it's not. And you don't waste any more time. That is the elevator pitch's responsibility in the brand ecosystem.
This is incredible. Like, again, it's kind of the same thing I kind of realized when I was listening to you online. It's like it's messaging too, but which I'm more of the marketer kind of sales guy in terms of like, or I'll look at sales processes for construction and real estate businesses.
Mhm.
And I will take those leads and I'll try to maximize every single lead that comes in that door to see how much profitability can we get off every single customer
Mhm.
by developing customer experience or being able to cross sell, upsell, whatever, right? Right.
Yeah, if I was you and I was talking to somebody, I'd be like, hey, I'm Justice. Here's the thing. Businesses have a lot of leads that go completely underutilized. So they tap them once and they think that's the answer. And they don't realize that that growth that they want is so much easier to get through the people that they've already contacted. I make that possible. And now, in 10, 15 seconds, what you've just done is you've just said, here's what I'm all about helping people do. And they go, well, I have a question. Now you're selling. The second that they ask, the second they start talking, now you're actually selling.
Mhm.
So the whole idea is to say, look, it's not what I do, it's why I do it. So it's like the reason that I do what I do is because this truth exists. Businesses don't know how to get the most out of their leads. They accidentally or they faultily declare them not good. They didn't hit them right. So it's not that the leads were bad. It was that you didn't say the right thing to them, or you didn't touch them enough times, or you didn't stick with them long enough. But the problem you're solving is your business probably thinks you need more leads. I'm going to challenge you and say you probably have 50 to 70% of the growth you want in the leads you have. You're just not using the leads right. Well, what a breath of fresh air that would be. That means I don't have to go generate new leads. It means I just have to figure out how to talk to the ones I have. Now, how interested am I in having the conversation? Then you get to talk about all the stuff that you normally talk about, what your pricing is, how the process works, all that
Yeah.
bullshit. But the thing that you want to actually do at the front end is you just want to say, listen, this is the only thing that you care about. You might
Mm.
not even know that you care about it, but this is the thing that you care about. And once you understand that, everything else follows suit. So for the next like
Mm,
30 people you talk to, when you get on the phone with them that are these real estate groups or whatever, I want you to start off and just say, as a change in your sales strategy, I do this one thing and I do it really, really fucking good. I help people get the most out of every single lead that they have, because most businesses get rid of a lead before they've actually gotten what they need out of them. And watch what happens.
I love that. Should I be focusing on emotional outcomes with this one thing too? Or is that where you just
You
say,
don't need to worry about that. What you're doing is you're talking to them about the thing that they're emotional about already. Like look how energized you are getting this little piece of information,
yeah,
because I'm talking about something you actually care about. I'm not telling you about our agency. I'm not talking about our price or promotion. What I've done is I've explained to you something that you can now share with somebody else. You talk to another company, you go, I talked to this guy, Bill. I was on the phone with him 15 minutes and he gave me a script about how I could change my entire elevator pitch. And then I went and used it for a week and I closed 20% more people. Like, this guy doesn't even know me. Like, how do you do that? How
yeah.
interested now are those people going to be to talk to me? Because it doesn't matter about the agency. It doesn't matter about the rest of it. It matters about understanding how quickly can you ascertain what's important from the person sitting in front of you. And then when you specialize in that thing, you explain it to them. This is what you're looking for. This piece is what you don't see. I see it because I do it every day, but you don't see that. So
Yeah.
let me bring this thing that I do for you so that you can benefit from it. And they go, how much?
Mm. Now, quick question on this too. This is a lead generation strategy too. Like you're getting like higher quality leads too by focusing on the wording as well. So like not only are you the problem that I have is that it has so many different outcomes and I'm trying to narrow it down to one outcome. Like you get way better leads, you get more leads from this, you get higher conversion, like
Why limit it to one? Make it three.
three
That's
outcomes.
usually the best way that it
Okay.
works. So you do this one thing that benefits you three ways.
Okay.
That's how you do it. So the
Mm.
whole structure is, I'm going to teach you how to tell the right story. This is going to help you decide who's of value faster. It's going to help you, figure out what thing they want more than, I don't know, whatever the three things are.
Yeah.
But you figure out three benefits that come from do it. I'm going to save you time, I'm going to save you money, and I'm going to get more out of each lead, something like that. And then the answer is, okay, well, how are you going to do that? Okay, well, I'm going to save you time because I'm going to reduce your elevator pitch down to 20 seconds. You can't do that. The fuck I can't. I can do it for every business on the planet. There's not a business on the planet that I can't reduce to a 20 or 25-second introduction. You only have to answer three questions. So if you answer those three questions and people are like, holy shit, I need that, what are they going to do? They're going to ask for clarification, which is exactly what you want. So that's how I'm going to do that. Number two, I'm going to give you the ability to say no faster or whatever, So I'm going to stop you from wasting time. I'm going to give people a way to be more interested faster or less interested faster. And I'm going to, I don't know, whatever. So it's like, so you're not going to spend as much money because you're going to convert more people. That's going to save you time and money. You're not going to waste time talking to people that don't matter to you because you're not going to have to. You're only going to talk 20 seconds. I mean, a true elevator pitch is 15, 20 seconds tops.
I feel like this is really fascinating because it could also simplify their operations too. That will change your
Yep.
operational systems, which,
Everything comes off a brand. It's just people don't know.
wow.
Every single thing in the world comes off a brand. Like, how do you know what operations to follow if you don't know what you stand for? How do you
Like,
know which jobs to take, which people to target? How do you know any of that? And I know everybody thinks that, if they're selling hammers, the world is a nail. But I have yet to find a business unit that doesn't fall into this. And
yeah,
every one of them is the same. They're like, well, if I make the world's best glasses, then everybody will buy them because they'll just know that they're the world's best glasses. Like, we have some sort of weirdo thing that the minute we see something, we're like, oh my God, that's the best mousetrap that I've ever seen. And they just don't get it. If I want to watch a spy movie and I want to watch a spy movie that's a comic book, I'm going to go to Mission Impossible. If I want to watch a spy movie where it feels gritty and real, I'm going to go watch Jason Bourne. If I want a spy movie where I'm going to watch the good guy do the right thing no matter what, I'm going to go see James Bond. Three different brands, all in the exact same category with completely different flavors. And
Wow.
that's what they don't get. So they're like, well, sometimes you just feel like a James Bond movie instead of a Jason Bourne movie. Like the difference between a James Bond movie and a Jason Bourne movie or a Mission Impossible movie is palpable. You could tell I don't like that one, but I love that one.
Wow.
And they're in the exact same industry.
That's insane. That
I know
like
it's mind blowing, right? But nobody ever thinks about it. Nobody pays attention to it. They talk about brand strategy and they talk about all this stuff that people can't relate to. And it's like, dude, do you want to go see The Spy Who Shagged Me? Right? Do you want to see an Austin Powers version of an international spy? Do you want to see James Bond? Do you want to see Jason Bourne? Or do you want to see Tom Cruise's, Phelps, Michael Phelps, whatever his name is, doing the thing? Four brands, all within the exact same category, totally and completely different brand experiences.
if you're a roofer or painter or any type of business in general, like how would you hone in onto one of these outcomes or I mean this one message? Like, would you look at a bunch of problem statements and look at like data
No,
metrics
you
to
you
figure
take
out
a
like,
look at where do you make your most profit? Where do you get the biggest joy out of your brand? What do you love doing that's profitable to you? And
mm.
you get these old geezers that are like, dude, I've been doing this forever. These young kids don't know jack shit about how this stuff works. This is why when you do it this way, it doesn't work. And you go, okay, then what you are is you're a premium because your experience affords it solution where you're going to go in and say, you're going to pay me a little more, but you're only going to fix it once. There is a huge group of the
Mm.
public that would gladly do that. And another group that says, hey, listen, it might not last more than 2 years, but maybe you just need a 2 year solution right now. So that guy goes that direction down the street and he goes, hey, who needs a solution that's going to get them through the next 2 years because they don't have the money to do a big project right now? Hands go up, they go, great. This is what branding means. It got nothing to do with a logo. That all that garbage
Yeah.
comes later. That has
Yeah.
nothing to do with it. It's why would I choose you over the other guy?
Yeah. Were you the one that said it? Or I don't know, it's like the logo and stuff is just an expression of what you've
Yeah,
already created here. It's
that's
just
all
like
it is.
a way to deliver it. Like, oh my gosh, this is incredible.
It's really, really hard to get a business to do anything well until it understands why it's doing it. But people are like, well, dude, I'm a painter. I'm a lawyer. I'm a this. I'm a that. I'm like, I could care less.
It doesn't
Like, I don't
matter.
care. The only question is, like, why would anybody buy Tom's shoes over Reebok or Adidas or Nike or New Balance? Those brands are far more established than Tom's shoes. Why? Because Tom gives a pair away to a third world country every time you buy a pair of shoes. Sweet. I want to
Wow.
feel good about me. So I'm going to buy shoes from that guy because when I buy a pair of shoes, I give a pair of shoes and I can get behind that. That's cool. And it didn't cost me anything. Dude, I'm in. Now I feel good about myself. I know somebody else half a world away has got shoes that didn't have them before, or at least I believe that they do. And so I feel good about it. So I'm going to choose this Tom's shoes group over everybody else. I usually buy Nike, but this time I'm going to buy Tom's because I want to help some kid in Africa.
Wow. This is great. And I have like I got to do a bunch of homework and figure out a bunch of stuff now, but like um
Go try it for the next week, for the next 2 days. Just sit down and instead of telling people, like, figure out whoever it is that you're calling, what's the one thing that you want them to know that you do? Not a bunch of things. Don't tell them about the business. Don't tell them anything about that. Just call them up and be like, listen, you know this one problem in the world? I solve it.
hmm.
And wait to see what happens because they're going to be like, dude, can you really solve it? They're going to ask all kind of, tell me how you would do it. What do you do? Tell me. All they're doing is selling themselves in. So that's the whole thing, is like most people spend all of their attention trying to get more leads. I want you to spend all of your attention trying to get the most from the leads you got so you don't have to go get as many.
Mm.
I'm in. Tell me about how that works. How do you do that? What do you mean you can do that? You can't do that. Sure can. Let me tell you how it works. You've already sold them. And how long did it take? 20 seconds.
Reduce marketing costs, like
All
lot
that.
speed, delete,
Yeah, like stop wasting time and money doing something that makes no sense. Like I got to shake you. And I mean, and that's the beauty of this, is that the conversation you have is so natural afterward. I have to stop you doing the dumb thing you're doing. You don't even realize you're doing the dumb thing. My job is to get you to like I need you to stop and wake up and be like, "Holy crap, I'm doing something stupid." Yes, you're doing something stupid, and my job is to make sure that you stop doing the dumb thing that's actually stopped. Because you're standing in the morning in front of your sales team and you're saying, I want more sales. And then you're forcing them to go do the thing that's keeping you from making the wish you have come true. So why would you do that? And they go, well, because everybody does it. And you're like, well, not to go back to mom and dad, but if everybody else jumped off the roof, would you do it too? Like, don't be an idiot. This is, you've been looking for a competitive advantage. Here it is.
Yeah.
Don't do it this way. There's your competitive advantage. I'm going to save you 20% and you're going to pay me 5 of that 20% because that's money you don't have to spend anymore. And now how reasonable does that sound? Totally reasonable. You're like, okay, you save me that money. I'll give you a percentage of what's saved. Sounds like a plan to me. Hey, and thanks for watching. And if you're ready to build a brand that dominates your category, click the link in the description and book a call. Together, we'll map out your next big move and turn you into a brand boss.